Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to have you all here with me this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing or well-being. My name's DanielleStimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all of my social media. And for those of you who might be watching this as a pre-recorded video in the future, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead to the healing, begin your journey at about the 1 hour and 15-minute mark, or where you see the lights begin to shift. And those of you who are returning, welcome back. I think we have a kitty joining us. Hello. Yes, it's Hattie. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for your ongoing support. You knew it was Reiki time. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah? You want to chill? Aww. Oh, she's been very... Her and other cats I know have been very on edge today. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. Ready to let us start? Oh, and it's another kitty. It's a Gertie. So let's go ahead and get in and start the crystal grid off. So go ahead, enter those requests for your personal well-being. I'm happy to select crystals for you or take your requested crystals if I happen to have them. And yeah, let's dive right in. Oh, it's good to see you, T. It's been a little bit. Awesome. Okay, let me just move this back over. Still getting used to the new apartment. All right. So we have our usual copper grid. This helps to break up any energy blockages. It helps get the optimal flow of energy going. And the spiral is sacred to the healer. And we did have a request for my mirror here. This helps to reflect any energy that doesn't need to come in. Mirrors are a really simple tool. You can even hang them in your doorway, in your entryway. Helps to reflect energy out as you come into your home. So, Lila Ray, good to see you. Jenny, T, Violet Integration, Grace. Oh, cats have another agenda. Let's see, Grace, Jennifer Vatsa. Oh, good to see you all. Yeah, really strong energies, and not just here in Philly. Someone else I know in Chicago, like her cat was going nuts earlier today. Yeah, so yeah, very strong energies. This eclipse coming up, man, I can already feel it. So let's see what we've got going on. I hope all is well with you. So Grace, will start with you. Good to see you. Happy Friday indeed. Let's see. Heart healing, losing weight, and happiness. Let's bring it in. If you hear anything crash, the cats are currently having grooming time, which usually turns into overstimulated wrestling time. For fun and joy and happiness, let's bring in some fuchsite. This helps with boosting energy of other stones, and it brings in a ton of joy, reminders for self-care, and really just allows us to play, to let go and just play and be ourselves. Wonderful for spinal alignment and for carpal tunnel, as well as sleep disturbances. For heartache and heartbreak, I'm going to bring in rhodonite, but I think we're also going to bring in some malachite later too. Rhodonite helps with healing a broken heart. Whether it's a breakup, divorce, whether it's grief and loss, this can be a really potent healer of that. It's also a wonderful stone if you're working through the pain of past emotional abuse. Also great for insecurities, kind of finding a little bit of strength of self in that regard. On a physical level, it's aligned with allergies, asthma, autoimmune stuff, all of which are me, and also for balancing yin and yang in the body. So go ahead and bring this in. So that is rhodonite. Blue Sky, good to see you. Let's see. Also for losing weight, we have some blue apatite. This is great for whether it's weight loss, weight gain, stabilizing weight, even just shifting your relationship with food or your approach to food, pretty much everything having to do with diet and nutrition. This stone can really be supportive in whatever that looks like in your unique path. Also great for strengthening your energy field. So if you tend to take on the energies around you, this can help prevent you from doing that. Wonderful for learning about your soul's path and having the courage to step out and kind of embrace it. And it brings in a lot of harmony and inner peace. And it's a beautiful light blue. So there we go. So that is blue apatite. That is coming to my crystal shop soon. And I did just pick out a new, I'm totally redoing the online store so that international shipping will not only be a thing, but be all of it will be much easier on me. So that'll be happening soon. I'll be working on that probably this weekend. So I'll let you know when it's up and running. And thank you for all of you that requested that too. But Grace, lots of love to you. I hope your sister's doing well. And yeah, keep me posted on everything with you. So let's see, violet integration, intention of patience, and healing a broken heart. So definitely more broken heart stuff. Let's bring this in. And patience will bring in dumortierite, malachite, dumortierite, and let's bring in green onyx too. So malachite, this does quite a bit when it comes to healing. This is wonderful for pain, inflammation, especially if it's related to things like arthritis, but it's also wonderful for, on an emotional level, anything that has to do with processing really painful emotions so that you don't get stuck in that space with those difficult emotions, but rather like moving through them so that you can truly grieve and then move past them and move on and leave them behind. It's also really helpful for phobias, particularly fear of flying, and it's got a lot of linkages for insomnia. Some folks do use it for things like liver, spleen, pancreas. Of course, none of the crystals nor the Reiki are meant to be a replacement for anything. These are the ultimate complement for everything. But hey, if you've got issues there, why not? We'll throw it out there. Can't hurt to hang out, get some Reiki and crystal healing sent your way. For patience, we have dumortierite, which was a beautiful gift from Jennifer Vatsa. You can check out her crystal shop and so much more at Belladonna's Botanicals. I mean, she's got like healing oils. Your crystal grid activator spray, I love it. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. So this is dumortierite. This helps with pent-up anger, frustration, even resentment. Also really helpful for patience and situations that seem hopeless. Great for really chaotic energy or any kind of big Uranus placements or transits that you might be going through. And also great for tidiness if you're trying to either tidy up as like an immediate thing or trying to shift your habits towards more tidiness. Dumortierite can really help you with that. Healing wise, it's ligaments and tendons. So that is dumortierite. I'm also going to bring in some green onyx, which is super helpful for grief and sadness and just like a soothing balm for the heart chakra. Green onyx can be this dark green or even light like a pistachio color. It's more commonly seen in that color. This helps with making decisions for your highest good and even processing grief and difficult emotions, challenging emotions at a point when you feel like you're almost shut down. This also helps with moving forward despite emotional pain. So that is green onyx. Let's see. Yep, and we're doing well so far. Whoop. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So lots of love to you, Violet Integrations. JS, Chris, good to see you both. And let's see. Jenny, healing for your sister-in-law, strength and calm for your brother, and Jane driving 4 hours to be with them, health and growth for the babies. And then Jane has studying and everything else to do. My goodness. Yeah, family for the win on that one. So let's go ahead. Oh, let me bring this in so you can see me a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so for your sister and the babies, it's a Unikite. Pink tourmaline. There we go. We'll start there. So for your sister and the babies, let's start with some Unikite. This we used in the 4 o'clock for the same reason. This is a stone that's often linked with women's health and well-being at all different stages of life, but especially pregnancy, prenatal, postpartum, definitely this time. It's also a superb stone for anything around healing addictions, particularly smoking, as well as circulation and moving of fluids in the body. And it helps with metabolism. So that is Unikite. It's a very loving stone. Next, I'm going to bring in pink tourmaline. That also helps with anything gynecologic, GYN. It's wonderful for migraines, and it's great for mother-baby bonding. Also great for period issues, spinal injuries, muscle weakness, and dispelling a negative self-image. It's also really helpful for any kind of hormone issues regardless of gender. So I hope that that brings some relief. Shungite is another one we used earlier. This helps with physical recovery, tissue repair, definitely like after having had twins. Yeah, this is probably real helpful. It's also really helpful for relieving stress as well as working through emotional pain and any kind of energy blocks. So I feel like it's just a good stone for us all today. It helps to clear our energy fields, and it's wonderful for folks who tend towards being a little bit sensitive to electromagnetic fields. This can be a really helpful stone. So that is Shungite. Now for your brother-in-law, or sorry, your brother. Excuse me, let's bring in some red jasper. This will also help the babies too. This is empowerment and protection and grounding. Everything root chakra, which is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. So everything that a baby is living in, but also helpful for your brother. With that, it gives a lot of emotional support, even for long convalescence. And I'm sure with twins at home, every moment must feel like an eternity. So this will be very helpful for that. Yeah, very emotionally supportive. It's energetically protective. It's also great for, if you know anyone, being that we're at the start of the school year, it's a great stone for standing up for yourself and anti-bullying and things like that. Very empowering stone. So that is red jasper. And tiger eye for your Aunt Jane. This is a beautiful stone for study and research and recalling information. It's also wonderful for protection from pretty much everything, every kind of energetic protection, but especially if it's related to things like envy and jealousy. It lends a lot of courage and strength and gives you an opportunity to get kind of like a big bird's eye view of things. So wonderful for things like, it's very aligned with entrepreneurship, like researching a business plan. Like years ago when I was researching the business plan for Learn Reiki Philadelphia, I had tiger eye all over the place. Wonderful stone for that. So we'll bring that in for the study she needs to get in even though she's driving 4 hours to take care of twins. Oh my goodness. Send Jane all the love. Seriously, that's really beautiful. Hattie, what are you looking for? You look so confused. Okay, so all the love, and then keep us posted for sure. And if you can't make it in Sunday and you want some good juju sent, just send an email through the website and I'll happily include y'all in the sending. Let's see, Lila Ray Tinoy House. Okay, cool. Goddess of 4, lots of love. Jenny, you're super welcome. You are super, super welcome. So T, we have requests for muscle and joints and sleep. Also need energy boost for yourself and your projects, both creative and organizational, stone-wise, blue tiger eye, garnet, howlite, honey calcite. You got it. Honey calcite, blue tiger eye, garnet, hey, be lovers, not fighters. And let's also see. They were just doing rumble tumble boxing a moment ago. Okay, that's enough. No more rumbles and tumbles. Maybe we should split up. Maybe we should go. Let's go chill out. They were doing the Okay, so back to T. We've got for your muscles. I'm also going to bring in Septarian. And I know that Patty and Key, I don't know if they're going to make it in, but definitely Patty's been working with this a lot too. And it's actually ticking a lot of boxes for me too. Muscle pain and spasms, skin wounds, also wonderful for emotional work, deep emotional work where you need support so you can feel vulnerable and really get to the depths of what you need to uncover and heal. Wonderful for bringing to light the underlying causes of different things, different attitudes, beliefs, and where they've come from. And also really just great for the solar plexus. So it's wonderful for muscles for sure. For joints, anger, resentment, joints, and bone health, we have howlite. Do you need some howlite? Here, you have some howlite. So yeah, howlite is great for the joints, whether it's joint pain, joint injury, or just even a dislocation. I actually have bone issues myself, like a lot of orthopedic issues, including osteopenia and easy fractures and things. This is a stone I work with a lot for that. But yeah, for those difficult emotions like anger, resentment, and frustration, howlite is absolute game changer. Can help to kind of calm those feelings down a bit so you can use your logic a little bit and think about, is there any other way to work through this issue? Okay, and Yes, let's bring in some blue tiger eye. This is calm, ease, release of stress. It's a stone that is wonderful for everyone from teachers to writers to anyone that needs to communicate very clearly. This is bold communication, speaking your truth, especially when that truth is inconvenient or doesn't want to be heard by others. This is like the whistleblower protection stone. It also helps with facts over feelings in conversation, public speaking. So we'll bring in some blue tiger eye. So let's see how we want to work this in. It's a really beautiful stone too. It's just like golden tiger eye, but this deep, deep blue. Garnet helps with organization, courage, and practicality. It helps you figure out the best way to get things done so that you have the most energy, strength, and time left for you. It's also wonderful in helping to find a balance, in grounding, and in finding strength and balance in times of big change. This is definitely one that'll help you see the bigger picture and figure out the best sort of course of action and the way to start taking those proverbial small bites of the big sandwich. Next is honey calcite, which helps to attract the best people into our life for us right here and now today. Wonderful for bringing in those colleagues, neighbors, new friends, romantic partners, what have you, that are very balanced for you. Also helps to balance the solar plexus and the sacral. The solar plexus is our center of self and personal identity and what we would like in life, where the sacral is our relationship center, how we relate to the world around us. It also helps with postmenopausal time and for optimism in general. It's a very optimistic stone. So let's go ahead and bring one piece there, one piece here. So that's honey calcite and an energy boost for yourself and those things. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper for you. Now this has high concentrations of sulfur and arsenic, so be careful with it. Definitely no direct water infusions. I never do direct water infusions, but just putting it out there. Bumblebee jasper is great for mental focus and for encouraging and empowering and exciting you to take a bite into the work that needs to be done. Whether that's work you're doing alone or with others, it also helps collaboration. It's wonderful for decision making and also for energy and vitality. So I think this is kind of ticking a few boxes for you. It's great too for just positivity, confidence, motivation. So that is bumblebee jasper. So all the best to you, T. Hope you're doing well. Lila Ray, help for your sister to lose weight so her blood pressure can get under control. Gotcha. We have blue apatite, which can be really helpful for things like weight loss. We also have iolite. Iolite is wonderful for things like weight loss, if that's your intention, but also with clairvoyance, our spiritual sight. It aids with sleep disturbances, especially if they're caused by intuitive things, and for money management as well as fever. So that is iolite. It's a wonderful third eye stone. And I would also say unakite can be really balancing for the cardiovascular system too. And again, crystals are never a replacement for the myriad of amazing miracles that we have in modern medicine. Like, not saying that at all, but tourmalinated quartz, which in this case is green, so it's really meant for, like, not just meant for the heart chakra, but it brings an extra vibe there. This is black tourmaline going through black quartz. Black tourmaline breaks up and repels negative energy. Going through quartz of any color helps to break up really old, stuck energy. it's often thought of that way in terms of blockages, the kinds of blockages that cholesterol would tend to create. Again, this is not a replacement for shifting diet and all the other things that you can do, but it's also helpful for grounding and releasing a lot of nervous energy and a lot of old stuck energy, like old childhood wounds and stuff. If you just feel like you can't even like chip away at it, this is a great stone to help break it up. It's wonderful for physical scar tissue as well as emotional scar tissue. I would say even better at the latter. Also helpful for finding a job or new streams of revenue, like passive income streams, side hustles, new gigs, or a new job. And very protective over folks who are traveling. Also a lot of luck and fortune. So we'll bring this in. Let's see. Yeah, so tourmalinated quartz. We may move where this goes. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, there we go. So all the best to your sister. Blue sky. Intentions for organization and simplifying for a happy home. Also for knowing best career choices. Stones for unconditional love and boundless joy. I love it. So let's go ahead and let's see, simplifying and for a happy home. Organization and stuff, garnet is very helpful for all of those things. Lapis is also helpful. Lapis is going to be helpful for you in more than one way. So this is a stone that's great for pain and inflammation, but also open, honest communication. This is a stone that can help with disorganization, whether it's you're doing like organizing right in this moment, or if you're trying to shift an overall like pattern or habit. Plus, it's wonderful for things like personal responsibility, and for career, it helps with career improvement. So it's definitely supportive of a few things. Also great for vertigo as well as hearing loss. So that is lapis. And we'll put that right behind the garnet. How's that? And yeah, so that'll help with career stuff. For career choices, let's bring in some chrysocolla. We did it at 4 o'clock, and I think it was the right stone then and the right stone now. Chrysocolla helps with encouraging you to follow your spiritual purpose and your soul's purpose, and also helps you to find new creative outlets so that you can connect with yourself a little bit better. Also great for making decisions that are really in alignment with your greater good. So this can really help with that. And orange sunstone. This helps to expand our vision of who we are, what we can do, what we're capable of. Helps us to get out of our own way in a big sense. It's definitely a great stone for career opportunities, but also great for just seeing yourself in a new way and kind of reaching for the stars. Very helpful for luck, recognition, even fame, like kind of if you're applying for jobs, you'll get more noticed. If you're promoting yourself, you'll be seen a little bit better. But overall, just a wonderfully supportive stone to help you kind of step into your own light. Also great for if you're worried about folks exploiting you around money, this is thought to be protective against that. So that is orange sunstone. Let's do... There we go. So all the best to you. And unconditional love. Let's bring in some rose quartz. This helps to shift the vibration of our heart center, allows us to shift our vibration from what is to what can be, especially when it's around aspects of love and do I deserve love and can I have love. this helps you to shift and see like, hey, I am love. I am a lovable being and I do deserve that. Also helps us to let go of the pain that might separate us from that. So there we go. So that is rose quartz. Wonderful. Thank you for being here. JS intention, anything to support learning new things and adjust to change and confidence. Absolutely. Learning new things is definitely aventurine and picture jasper. Aventurine goes great with orange sunstone too. This is a stone that helps us to expand how we see our potential. It's wonderful for learning, especially when you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if that's beyond my skill set. This is very encouraging. It's also great for allergies, eye problems, heart problems, and fertility. But yeah, this is my favorite one for learning. It really empowers you to say, okay, well, I'm going to give it a shot. So there we go. Definitely brings in the confidence in a really grounded way. Very heart-centered way too. And picture jasper is wonderful for envisioning lots of new things and positive outcomes in all these new opportunities too. It's great for envisioning the future, for seeing the big picture, seeing potential as a good thing. It's also really helpful for new ventures, new adventures, as well as new cultures, new languages. Also thought to help support the kidneys. So that is picture jasper, which also goes by desert jasper. Okay, so I hope that that helps with that. And adjusting to change, definitely. That's mookaite, which also goes by Australia jasper. Wonderful for accepting change and for making decisions. It's also thought to help with boosting the immune system and calming the digestive system. This also goes by Australia jasper. And you might see it in this beige, this like beautiful burgundy, or even like a mustard yellow. So let's see where you want to go. Let's put you here and here. Wonderful. Okay. And a little bit more confidence. Let's bring in the yellow calcite. This will also bring in some of that joy that blue sky was looking for too. So yellow calcite is wonderful for the solar plexus. It's optimism, confidence exactly, bringing the focus back to what you want in life, to what's important to you, and helping you set your priorities based on your own wants, needs, and desires. It also helps you to release the need for the approval of others, and it helps to break up issues around, like blockages around self-identity. Also really helpful for setting and holding boundaries. So that is yellow calcite. So where shall we put this? Let's put this and here. Awesome. Fantastic. So lots and lots of love to you, JS. Hey, Patty. Hey, Key. I think Key is with you. I hope you're doing well. And for Chris, let's see, rose quartz, carnelian, moonstone, rutilated herkimer, sapphire, pyrite citrine. So let's start there. So rutilated quartz is another one that's going to be actually really great for, I think for tea. Yeah, this will definitely help for tea. So this is a stone that can help with bringing a lot of mental focus and also a lot of physical energy. These are rutils going through that quartz there. If you're really run down, it helps to boost that physical energy, and it's thought to direct and focus energy to where it's most needed. And for that reason, it's been seen for at least decades to be a beautiful gift for someone who's going through cancer treatments. Like I hope that you have lots of physical energy, and I hope that the treatments you're getting are going to where they're absolutely most helpful in your body. So that is rutilated quartz. Carnelian is the stone of relationships, and it relates very much to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the center of also creativity, which is kind of important to note, but definitely everything that is how we have relationships with everyone, not just the romantic ones, but absolutely, of course, romantic ones too. This is a stone that can definitely help call in love, as well as help to promote things like fertility and sexual function. Also wonderful for wound healing, colds, allergies, and also breaking up apathy and laziness and things like that. If you're looking to connect with creativity, or just like have better relationships in your life in general, or calling on love, carnelian's a beautiful stone to work with. And next we have moonstone, which also helps to call in the romance. It's also a wonderful stone for anything you might be doing around full moon and new moon magic, to connect with the rhythms of nature, and also to connect with and accept divine timing and to trust divine timing. Moonstone is a deeply spiritual stone. I often feel like it's very connected with the High Priestess in the tarot deck. This stone helps with connection to ancient wisdom, deep knowledge, old spiritual practices, very protective of women, and especially helpful for women traditions and wise women traditions. Also another one that's protective of those who are traveling, and it can help us to let go of old patterns that are kind of holding us back. So that is moonstone. And let's see. Herkimer diamond helps with manifesting, as well as being in the moment, which I feel is the best way to manifest. Like being in the moment, not just jumping from one thing to the next, but being present in who you are, where you are, what you have now, so that you can make this more holistic jump to the next thing. It's also helpful for harmonizing discordant energies, for metabolism, and for intuition in general. There we go. So that is Herkimer diamond, which is clear quartz from the Herkimer, New York region of the US. Citrine is a powerful money manifester. It's a beautiful brownish orange. And the money corner of your house, if you do Western feng shui, because our buildings are not built to feng shui standards by any means, it would be walk into a room and look all the way at the back, and then all the way to the left corner with the door to your back. Walk into the room, look all the way at the back of the room, corner to the left. That's the abundance corner, and that's a great place to put things like citrine or whatever you're using to manifest. This also helps with making good financial decisions. It's very supportive of addictions, compulsions, and healing and working through those. Also helpful for balancing logic with intuition, which, I mean, cannot be undersold. That is amazing to be able to use both sides of ourselves when we're making decisions or communicating. Also helpful for fibro and for even nausea. So that is citrine. Citrine at one point was amethyst, and through pressure and heat underground turned into citrine. Next is sapphire, which is a powerful stone of mediumship, channeling, connection to spirit, and in particular connection to our angels and our spirit guides. This is also a stone that can help with the thyroid as well as the eyes and ears, and has a big connection with justice, especially quick justice. It's also thought to be helpful for those with dementia and those who care for them and about them, and just in general, envisioning good outcomes in times of big change, especially when it's really hard to like kind of keep your eyes on a positive outcome when everything feels like a warning sign, when life is surrounded by red flags and you're trying to be optimistic. Sapphire can help. And pyrite, another stone of financial abundance, calling on financial wealth. This is fool's gold, and we like to think that it calls in the real gold as well. Wonderful for keeping us energetically protected while we open up in intuition. So if you're having a hard time holding, yes, I want to be open in here, but I want there to be a filter, this can be a really helpful stone. Also wonderful for the memory, the lungs, helpful against fever, and it's thought to have a connection with side effects of radiation treatments. So that is pyrite. Awesome. Okay. And malachite's in there, lapis is in there, apatite's in there, and we'll grab an obsidian. Okay, I'll get to those before we get into the healing. Thank you for being here, Chris, and enjoy your vacation. Goddess of Four, healing for puppies' seizures and kidneys, fast money for vet bills, and joint pain, stress, and mental health. Absolutely. So malachite actually has, some folks do talk about impact for things like seizure activity. Also going to bring in leopard skin jasper. Leopard skin jasper is our favorite stone for healing with our animals, our furry friends, and also with connecting to our animal guides. This is helpful also for attracting a soulmate, as well as healing anything that impacts the skin, and can be really helpful for things that might impact coordination and balance. So go ahead and just sort of parallel park this in here. Awesome. And fast money for vet bills. Let's bring in the fast money. Joint pain is definitely howlite, so that's there. Stress and mental health. Gotcha. So let's bring in some red tiger eye. This is great for calling on some fast money. It's also really helpful for protection. Protection from the spiritual, protection from the mundane, whether it's a bully, whether it's someone doing nasty spiritual work, or even like almost like somebody doing a psychic attack, even if they're not realizing they're doing it. This can be a really helpful stone. So we'll bring that in abundance quickly for you, because yeah, vet bills, they're something. Bringing them in. And what are we getting next? Is some lepidolite. Lepidolite is lithium mica, and so it's that like silvery purplish kind of color. Lepidolite is actually, lithium mica, lithium like we use it as a prescription, and it goes back, it's been used in the West as a prescription since at least the 40s. It's been used by the ancient Greeks. We're not using it internally. Definitely don't put this in water and just drink it and hope that it helps, because it has wildly different effects on different people. There's a reason it's not a supplement and it's a prescription. Like, there's a lot of reasons. But this is a wonderful stone to work with on an energetic perspective too, because it's helpful without, having to ingest it, to help soothe and calm and understand the emotions. And it can also help with bringing attention to any patterns that you might need to address or let go of. It's definitely one that helps support overall mental health as well as like mood and things like that. It's also a wonderful stone for discernment, particularly like, should I stay, should I go? And this particular specimen actually has some amazonite in it as well. So little pieces of amazonite. Amazonite helps with the spine and spinal nerves. It encourages healthy self-care, especially for folks that tend to think of others before themselves. Also wonderful for self-respect. So I'm bringing that in for you too. So that is lepidolite and amazonite. So thank you for being here and lots of love. Oh, and for stress, definitely the shungite is really helpful for letting go of stress. Okay, intentions. Love some sort of cat repellent for your laptop because they keep playing on it when you're not looking. Weight loss, work-life balance. Yeah, what's that? And, an increased business. Fire opal, carnelian, blue lace agate. Okay, carnelian's in there. Blue lace agate. And I'm going to bring in cinnabar for you for increased business. So we have a lot of prosperity stones and money manifesting stones. This is cinnabar, which is, this is mercury, actually, believe it or not. And mercury is really, really toxic. And humans have used it for thousands of years for lots of different things. It has long been considered a merchant stone. It's thought to attract customers to a business. In this particular specimen, just the little tiny dots are mercury. So I hope that this helps attract some customers to your business. Fire opal. Opal has always been sacred to lots of different shamanic cultures. This is a stone that can really help to cloak an individual that's doing good spiritual healing work so that they won't be noticed or seen by those who might do them harm. It also is one that is thought to help call in abundance and help manifesting abundance of that nature. So we will bring that in too. So that is fire opal. And carnelian is in there, moonstone is in there, and leopard skin jasper is in there. Those are all good for love. I'm also going to bring in some ruby for love, and also because it was requested by Chris. This not only brings in love as well as fertility, but it's very helpful for the courage to be yourself and for all the kinds of skills around leadership and management. So this might help with some work-life balance too. So that is ruby. And blue lace agate helps with sore throat, skin allergies, and most importantly, communicating things that are really hard to express. Also, if you want to soften the words you're using because you know they'll be hard for someone else to hear and you want to be gentle, this can be a good stone to work with as well. Also thought helpful for arthritis and fractures. So that is blue lace agate. And let's see what else we have. Y'all are so welcome. Hey, Heart, I hope you're doing well. Let's see. You're making fun noises back there, lady. And Catherine, something for safe travels, financial abundance. Your asthma's better. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad that they were helpful to you. So much love to you. I know we're going to get some rain here tomorrow, so I think my asthma is just on the other side of that. So let's see. I'll still put some support in there for your asthma and for your lungs because why not? So let's see. Safe travels. Definitely safe travels. We have two of my safe travel stones. We've got tourmalinated quartz, as well as moonstone. Both of those are very, very helpful for safe travels. And financial abundance, I think we've got all the financial abundance stones. And all the manifestation stones. Let's see. Safe travels, financial abundance, asthma. Let's still bring in some green kyanite and some emerald. Green kyanite helps the throat, chest, and lungs. And it also supports a balance of your spiritual side and in your mundane life. So it's not just like one or the other. You can live a little bit more like centered and balanced life with both. Also wonderful for getting any kind of intuition, for it to bring you wisdom, and also to connect with nature. So depending on why you're traveling, that might be helpful too. So that is kyanite, or green kyanite. And emerald is also superb for the lungs. It's also great for healing skin and tissue and bringing back passion and zest for things in your life. If you feel like you're just sort of blah, this can help to kind of liven things up in a good way. Also wonderful for, like I said, chest, lungs, upper respiratory, as well as restoring confidence about our appearance. So that is emerald. You're welcome, Catherine, and I'm glad you're feeling better. I really am. Awesome. And for Paul, love, healing, and growth for social justice, epically for end-of-life justice. Can I get a hell yeah? Absolutely that. Yeah, I was actually a member of the Philadelphia Death Cafe for a long time, and there's a lot of like death positive folks in that movement, and yeah, I've done hospice stuff before, only twice, but oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Let's bring, first of all, Jet. Jet is very protective, and it's also helpful for anything around end of life, anything. It helps with hospice, being around anyone who's dying or near the end of their life. If you have an animal that's near the end of their life also, it's very, very protective against everything from the evil eye to the paranormal, and it's great for grief. This is actually wood that has been petrified through volcanic activity. So it didn't petrify slowly over time. It's like, boom, catastrophe, and it's shifted forms. And it brings a lot of wisdom to us in that regard. So let's go ahead and bring that here for now. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. We can kind of see it. Social justice, a big one I use for social justice is red jasper. It's empowerment, it's standing up to bullying, it's speaking truth to power, as is blue tiger eye. That is speaking truth to power. That's, I'm saying what I'm saying because it needs to be said. I'm not asking, this is facts over feelings. This is, you know, like very precise, concise words spoken very, very loudly and boldly. But yeah, red tiger eye can really be everything about the root chakra. It's very empowering, and it helps you to stand firm in your convictions and move forward with all of yourself. Another couple of stones good for that. Let's see. Another one too would be red tiger eye, which is in there. And I'm thinking as well black onyx too. But yeah, I would say the first stone that popped to mind is red jasper, which is in there. Definitely blue tiger eye. Jet definitely helps. And let's bring in some black onyx. This is very protective. It grounds a lot of fear. And a lot of times the reason like end of life justice is such a thing is because it's people's fears getting in the way of making things what they need to be. So it brings a lot of protection. It brings a lot of feelings of safety. So like these things can be talked about, they can be approached. It's also helpful for ancestor connection and relieving self-doubt and also relieving grief. But it's very protective. It's one that can help connect with the ancestors, which also always, in my opinion, helps get stuff done. And it helps protect against people who would play mind games. And, well, isn't that always what social justice is standing up to, is people who are playing mind games? So I hope that helps. And I feel like those are the best ones I have. So I hope that helps. But yeah, I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. I know the one thing I denied my grandmother on her deathbed was killing her. So I know, I get it. And I'm so sorry for all that you got to see. Lots of love to you. Thank you for everything you do. You are so needed, and thank you. Can I add something for helping us just love ourselves as we are, seeing the positives, helping us accept abundance for good things? Yes, and that's absolutely been a consistent theme that I've seen over the last week and a half with my clients. Actually, the last like 2.5 weeks with clients. That's come up a lot. You are not alone in that. So let's loving ourselves as we are. And that brings our obsidian that Chris wanted. So mahogany obsidian is very helpful for releasing perfectionism and any need for approval. It's also helpful for vitality, strength, meeting goals, releasing perfectionism in that sense of a done something is better than a perfect nothing, and really helpful for things like skin healing, carpal tunnel, and it's thought to be helpful for pain in teeth and gums. So we'll bring this in. So that's helpful. That is, again, mahogany obsidian. Where do we have room for you? And also, yellow calcite's very helpful in that regard, but I'm also going to bring in blue kyanite. Blue kyanite helps with just, if you think of it this way, it's like radical self-acceptance. Accepting yourself, loving yourself exactly as you are. It's also wonderful for understanding spiritual guidance. So if you're struggling to understand like the intuitions that you're getting, the dreams you're getting, the card readings you're doing, this can be really helpful. Also wonderful for certain types of neurological care too, especially around speech and mobility. So this is blue kyanite. And last but not least, let's see, how are we on time? Oh, I'm actually going to bring in epidote too. This can help with if you're trying to reprogram those patterns of like how we see ourselves and things like that, and being harsh judges of ourselves. Sometimes that can show up in the internal monologue, like how we talk to ourselves. Epidote can help to shift the way that we talk to ourselves so that we don't have that negative self-talk. So it can help us shift out of that. It's also wonderful for the brain, specifically thought helpful for things like Parkinson's, and it's great for recovery from illness and injury. Wonderful for the nervous system too. So yeah, and if you're doing big work on like self-love and things, sometimes a nervous system reset is kind of in order. And I also wanted to bring in for Chris, by request, rhodochrosite. This helps with mother-baby bonding as well as healing of wounds around maternal features and facets. Helpful for the heart and circulation, as well as connection to ancestors and deceased pets. Wonderful for asthma, so looking at you, Catherine, and me, and helpful for stress, headache also. So that's rhodochrosite. Hooray! All right, I think we have the thing. We actually have some time. So you want to do something we haven't done in a little while? I'm going to pick a couple of stones that I think might be helpful for tonight, and then I'm going to have you pick which one we add. And then I'll explain what Reiki is and we'll get into the healing. Sound good? Okay, let me pick a couple of stones. And for those of you who are newer, on the newer side of folks who hang out here, it's going to be extra fun. Let's see. If I can get this out of the case, we can add this one in. Yep, so there's one. Okay, so the first suggestion, this is fluorite. It's a really pretty piece of fluorite. This one is purple and clear respectively. Fluorite is wonderful for finding kind of the eye of the storm, to find your space of calm amid the chaos. It's also really relaxing. So that is fluorite. The other is dioptase. So I know how I relate to it. I want to see how someone else might relate to it. So let me grab a book. So this is from The Crystal Healer by Philip Permut. And he writes of dioptase. Brings vitality, abundance, and balance. Helps change, renewing ideas or ideals, and being in the moment. Good for nutritional balance, lungs, immune system, heart, circulation, stomach. Good for developing babies, which I didn't know of until just now, so we'll start using this a little bit more. Aids in understanding of causes of disease, helps blood pressure, which was a request today, diarrhea, nausea, IBS, ulcers, Meniere's disease, dizziness, pain, past life access, emotional stability, and helps with situations around oppression. And I think that that supports kind of what Paul was asking about. Yeah, I use this as general, like all around vitality, abundance, and like recalibrating. let's see what Cassandra Eason thinks about it in the Crystal Handbook. Yep, dioptase, yeah. Dioptase, yeah, definitely a lot of linkages to like the heart, all the same physical things that were listed before. Blood pressure, IBS. Helps with overcoming neglect or disregard for the body, including like alcohol, overwork, lack of sleep or exercise. Helps you to take better care of yourself. Acceptance of ourselves and others with strengths and weaknesses. Living for the now and being in the present moment. Yeah, this is one that I use a lot for self-acceptance. Yeah, so dioptase. Yeah, so. Yeah, right. So, how do we usually vote for the crystals? Okay, so go ahead. Usually, you know, should I just let everybody in on the usual joke? Yeah, all of them. Generally, we would vote, and while I was doing the talking about what Reiki was, and everyone would say both, and it was always both. So we're gonna put both in. So let's put in some. Yeah, definitely both. Let's see. We will make some room for dioptase right here. So there's dioptase. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session. And while I do that, you know the drill. Go ahead into the comments, click that like button if you haven't already, and share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. And if you are already cozy somewhere and you're not ready to go into the comments, no worries. Take a deep breath in and out and think of all the things that you're grateful for. It'll work just the same. I'm going to go ahead, do the explanations, and then we're going to get into the Reiki. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. No worries. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance session or healing, a distance session or reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is also linked in the description along with all of my social media. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a general catch-all term in the West to mean energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And this particular approach and set of methods was created by Mikao Usui in the 1920s in Japan, when Japan was going through a really difficult time in its history. Teaching things that were even could be construed as religious were strictly forbidden. So this became a very secular yet very spiritual approach to working with this energy. Excuse me. And by energy, what I'm really relating that to is this concept that comes from Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul, and that all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked, that we're all one. And that spirit, in this case, as you would define it, supplies this lovely life-sustaining energy, the energy that makes us everything more than simply cells. Whether we're aware of it or not, this energy flows in through us all the time, and our body, mind, and spirit use it moment to moment to bring us into the best level of healing and well-being that we can achieve in that moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is connecting to that energy using Usui's techniques and directing more of that energy to you, which will encourage your body, mind, and spirit to do even more of what they do to help you day in and day out. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may have mentally, you may be able to parse some things out or reflect. And spiritually and intuitively, you may be able to get some clarity or even some like big ideas or deep intuitions. Whatever the case is, I encourage you to just notice and enjoy. You don't have to do anything. I generally encourage that you just find a place that's comfy, sit, lay down, whatever feels right to you. But you don't even have to stay still. If you want to do some yoga, do some stretches, journal, make some music, whatever feels right to you in this moment, that's the right way to spend this time. I will send healing to you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that the lights move slowly and gently from one color to the next. They will not flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up if you'd like to learn more about our musical creator. She is linked in the bottom of the description. During the session, you don't have to do anything, including you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. You can if you want to, but if at any point you feel like you want to go a little deeper into your session or you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out, and you'll come right back into the session. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice. I'll encourage you to come back, and at that point, I'll be able to re-engage with chat and answer any questions you might have. And again, if you enjoy this kind of thing, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. For those of you internationally, just know like we're approaching, clocks changing seasons, which happens different times, different places in the globe. So keep an eye on that. I'm on the East Coast of the US. And I'm really honestly so grateful to have y'all here enjoying this time with me. So let's head on back over to the grid that you helped inspire and get cozy, because I'm going to send you some healing. Ooh, pretty. Oh, you guys really did a great job. Okay, let's move that camera once again. Boop, 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 boop. Nope. There we go. Also, if you are watching this as a video replay, know that the Reiki will meet you just the same, because Reiki can go everywhere without any constraint or restriction. It's not bound to the same rules that us humans are, where we can only be in one place at one time. Reiki can be everywhere all the time. So those of you who are here live, if you ever do need some healing and I'm not live, head over to the past healing live stream playlist and enjoy any of those that seem to spark your interest. You can even skip ahead to the healing portion. So thank you everyone so much. Thank you all so much for the lovely gratitudes as well. Oh, you're taking your kids to a pumpkin farm tomorrow. That's awesome. So enjoy your session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back. Gently move or bend. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend as well, Catherine. You're welcome, Jennifer and Jenny. All the best to all of you. I have to show you this. Just waking up from her kitten nap. I've got so much unpacking to finish this weekend. Thank you, T. Yeah, sending Patty love also. She took that whole Reiki session with her, the howlite I gave her, just in her paws. So cute. Yeah. And they always lay down when I'm starting the Reiki, and then they always wake up when the Reiki's over. They love it. They know when I'm about to start. Like when I start doing a reading or a session for a client, they don't jump up. When they know when I'm about to do the community distance Reiki. They're like, we're here, we're part of it. Okay, where's our Reiki? Okay. And then afterwards they want to play time. They eat and then they want to have zoomies. Oh, and thank you, heart. Oh, have a wonderful weekend too, Chris. Take care. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I will return on Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, and bye for now.